Welcome back, Holotable Heroes, to another Galaxy of Heroes video with me. That's right, your bald-headed boy Scribble. I've got some good news, potentially, maybe not confirmed news for you people in the early to mid-game of Galaxy of Heroes, and potentially some of you late-game players that maybe took a bit of an absence during Lightside GOTB. Let's break it down. And this is what we have to talk about today. So this has just come off from the Swigger Events Discord page. Those of you that don't know, Swigger Events often does data mines of the underlying information found within Galaxy of Heroes. They have been the source of many leaks throughout the game, and it's given us a little bit of an idea of what to expect in the future. Looking at this picture here, this looks like we're about to get a Lightspeed bundle that may potentially include Ki-Adi-Mundi. It might be Shakti in the 501st, we don't know. I imagine it's got something to do with Ki-Adi-Mundi coming to the game. And the reason this is so important is, of course, because of the new Battle for Naboo raid. There is a big issue here with a second set of Jedi requirements. I'm talking about the Keller and Beck team. I've got video guides for all of the teams that I use within the Battle for Naboo raid, and one of the recurring issues that comes back to me as a content creator in the comments section is that people cannot get some of these teams to be operational, either their Luminara team or their Keller and Beck team, because they simply don't have access to Ki-Adi-Mundi, and Ki-Adi-Mundi is far too difficult for people to get access to because it ends up costing somewhere north of 140,000 Mark III currency if they have no shards of him, and you can't get that much Mark III currency, get 3 currency I'm talking about here, in the time frame that this raid is going to be around. So I'm not going to take any sort of glory for this, but before you wipe your boy Scribble off the plates, I did speak to Meathead just a couple of days ago about this very thing. I brought it to his attention that the players are having a hard time unlocking Ki-Adi-Mundi, and it is making sure that they don't invest in additional raid teams for Battle for Naboo, and it means people's overall perception of the raid is relatively negative because they've only got separatists and maybe a trashy Luminara team that those sort of scores well within the raid doesn't actually give them any benefit outside of the raid. Luminara is not a competitive team, so they're having a hard time scoring any decent amounts of score in the raid because they haven't invested in things like Queen Amidala and things like the brand new Gungan faction because it's just not accessible to them. So when you take away one of the pivotal characters from one of the other teams in the game, people are left with very few characters to actually use within the game. Now, I don't know if my chat with Meathead has anything to do with this coming in. I don't know if this pack is actually coming. This is subject to change, but I think it is only a positive indicator, ladies and gentlemen, that we can make changes in the game when we raise our concerns and our discussions in the right way. So please let me know if there are things that you guys are concerned about, if there are things that you are worried about in the game that needs help. I'm not saying just come to me, I'm saying make sure you vocalize it, because CG is going to be interested in knowing where they can improve the game. They are going to make these changes slowly and gradually over time. Let's not always be fire and pitchforks, guys. Let's give constructive feedback to CG, and hopefully we'll get things like this. Now, when might this pack come into the game? I don't know. We've got an update coming in later today that's going to bring out the new Captain Enoch. Make sure you check out my video over there that goes with the video guide. Maybe it'll come with that, maybe not. This might not come for a couple of weeks yet. My fingers are crossed though, ladies and gentlemen, that when this pack comes out, we are going to see that rebalancing of the lower tiers as well. That's going to make the raid even more accessible to sort of the early game players. This is another thing that I've spoken directly with CG about, saying that the lower tiers really do need to be fixed, and they've already formally acknowledged that that is something that they're looking into. So hopefully that's getting addressed. We'll get a Cam Lightspeed bundle that people might appreciate more. Now, I do understand that not everybody is going to whale. There are going to be the hardcore contingent of free-to-play players that are not going to invest in this pack. If it comes out, we don't know how much it's going to cost, but at least it's better than nothing, because the Ki-Adi-Mundi shards, as they are right now in the game, are just impossible to actually get a hold of. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comment section down below. This is just a very short update video guide for you guys, just to see, you know, what's going on in the game. Let me know, what are you concerned about? Are there any other parts of the raid that you are worried about? Any other parts of the games that you think needs to be addressed by CG? Because I think if this does happen, it is a clear indicator that we can actually make some changes happen in the game, and I think that's only a positive thing. So before you go, guys, please do hit that like button and consider subscribing to your boy Scribe, and I will see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.